Alright. I don't expect anything at all out of this stream. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure that it'll be up very long. I would venture to say that it doesn't even hit 2 hours. But we'll run it just to run it. Right now we're in Lincoln, Nebraska. There's a little cell straight in front of us. You can see the darker sky on stream. Let's check the mic here. I had the wrong mic. Okay. So what I was saying, I don't think this stream will be, I don't think we'll have it up very long. I don't have large hopes for today. I'm not even sure it's going to happen. I'm not even sure today is going to be a thing. It's nice to see everybody joining. I hate that this is not going to be very exciting. Like I said, I don't think it's going to even be very long. Not overly confident in today at all, but I said that yesterday too, and we played with a bunch of grass fires. Just the way everything's acting, I was wondering if today was capped, but it really doesn't look like it is. The last time I looked, I didn't see any capping issues. I really thought there would have been something worth chasing by now. I mean, I think me and Vince both decided to give this cell in front of us a shot. But I don't have much expectations for it. Matter of fact, it's not far from crossing the river and going into Iowa. And I don't think I'm going into Iowa because we've got to turn around and go west to get to the far end of Nebraska for tomorrow. And I don't mind driving, but we drove 4 hours to get here, sat in the parking lot for 4 hours. Yeah, drove 4 hours to get here, sat in the parking lot for 4, whatever, something like that. At least that's what it felt like. Don't be sorry. It happens. This is part of it. Sometimes it's an eventful day, sometimes it's not. But the good news is, today is the start of a potential very active week ahead. Which got today, and if I'm not mistaken, we've got an enhanced risk every day for the next 4 or 5 days. I wouldn't be overly concerned in Kirksville, Missouri. I mean, it's just south of Iowa, but I don't think you've got any major problems going on down there. I haven't really paid attention that far south because I don't plan on going there. So I usually try to keep my main focus on where I am at the moment or where I'm going to be. This just, I mean, It's just a heavy rain shower is all this is. I wouldn't even call this a storm. But it almost looks like it is trying to go linear already, which is not what I was expecting to see. But again, it's about to cross the river into Iowa. Still got quite of a long drive this afternoon, honestly. When we're done chasing, we're going to turn around and go back west. I'd like to at least try to get halfway through Nebraska so the drive's not as long tomorrow. But at the same time, I'm not going to drive all night. Des Moines probably ought to pay attention. I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but I know there's a lot of other chasers that are targeting Des Moines, that are in Des Moines. So you should probably be weather aware at the minimum in Des Moines. I will most definitely not be going to Des Moines. I think that is where I think that's where Daniel Shaw is. I think that's where he said he was going this morning when he left. But I'm not positive about that. Oh, there's Vince. Vince isn't too far in front of us. I can see him. I really didn't know where he went. I knew he went this direction, but I didn't know if he turned or not. I do appreciate everybody joining, though, even though it's likely not going to be very much excitement. Maybe there's a chance we could see some lightning strikes, some good lightning. But that's only going to happen if I can get up here before it crosses the river. Had a good stream yesterday. Yesterday was very eventful, even though it wasn't expected to be. I'm going to go back and clip that video out from the drive through the fire, and I will post it later this afternoon. I have honestly never been this far. I've never been here before. I've never been this far north in Nebraska. I've only chased Nebraska one other time other than today. This is usually so far north it's not worth me coming up here. Funny that I say that because we're only in Lincoln, Nebraska, so it's not like we're very far north in Nebraska, but definitely the furthest in Nebraska we've been into. We're in Lincoln, Nebraska right now, and I don't think we'll be here very long. I have very, very low hopes for anything happening today. There is one storm that looks really, really good on the Iowa-Minnesota line, but that's about 4 hours from where we're at, I think. So I'm not even going to attempt that. Okay, this storm in front of us just went severe warned. I wasn't expecting that. It looks horrible. It doesn't even look like it's worth looking at. What made that go severe warned? I wonder if it was wind. Wind and hail both. I'm going to make a prediction that if we don't have something within the next hour, by 7 p.m. Central Time, I will probably call today quits. Just because we've got to get in position for tomorrow. Which, honestly, tomorrow's not an outstanding day, but I think tomorrow will be better than today. Tomorrow will probably be targeting that far northwest corner of Kansas and the southwest corner of Nebraska and the Colorado border. So we've got a long haul tonight, and we're still going east right now. There are some cyclone port cameras in the path of this severe warning storm. Let's see if we got a view on them. Not on that one. You can somewhat see that. That looks like a rain shower, though. What about this camera? There's 4 cameras there. See a little bit of a base, although I see some lightning. Yeah, one of the cameras in Mineola, the Mineola Tower, you can see the base, a little bit of lightning on the cyclone port system. You can see those in the RadarOmega app. Nothing overly impressive, but it is there. Yeah, it's definitely hot outside. We're showing 91, 92 degrees right now, and it got up to like 98 earlier. That's part of the reason why I don't think much is going to happen. The spread is too big between your temperature and our dew point right now. I mean, there was a point I was sitting in that parking lot, and there was almost a 60-degree temperature spread between a 60-degree spread between the temperature and the dew point. We had temperatures in the high 90s and dew points in the high 40s. That's not good for storms. This is a very dry environment. Yeah, I didn't think Nebraska was supposed to get this hot. Is this? I don't know if it's normal or not. I'm not up here often. Is it normal for Nebraska to be like 100 degrees? Matter of fact, this is only the second time I've ever been in Nebraska. Just too far out of my reach, usually. The squeeze isn't worth the juice when it comes to coming this far north. Hit a major cool spot. It just cooled off like 8 degrees. I really wish I would have seen that stuff coming in the Texas Panhandle today, because I sure would have rather been down there than up here. I mean, we woke up in the middle of Kansas this morning. Definitely could have been down there just as fast as I could have been up here. And it seemed a lot more active down there. This stuff does seem to be picking up a little bit now, which I should have known that it probably would right before it went into Iowa. This was also, keep in mind, this was like the secondary target today. The primary target was Des Moines, and that's where most everybody went. There's a lot of chasers in Des Moines. We stuck with this secondary target of Lincoln. If it says that's because that's what it is. If it says 93 degrees, that's what it's reading. There's also a little bit of a delay on that. But we definitely stuck with the secondary target of Lincoln, just so we didn't have to drive as far east because of the west drive. I know I've said that 15 times, but there's also several chasers who aren't chasing at all today or tomorrow because of the Wakita event. They've got the 30-year anniversary of the original Twister movie this year, and that started today in Wakita. And there's a lot of people down there. It's definitely rained here, so it's a lot cooler. We're down to 80 degrees now on the live thermometer. Oh man, they must have put fresh manure on that field. Good God, that smells horrible. If this, I'm just curious if this looks any better with a wide angle lens. No, not really. Not really. nice if we could get up here and like at least see a base or something. Manicure water, manure water, stinks. I still smell it. Yeah, this is already, so I guess this is like the start of the event. Unfortunately, it started a little further east than it was supposed to have. Hello. Yeah, I think this is the start of the event today. Maybe the event today, rather than just start, maybe the whole event right here. But it does look like it's trying to go linear, considering it stretches from Omaha, Nebraska, all the way down to dang near Nebraska. Well, it does a little past Nebraska City. Pretty much Omaha to the Missouri state line along the river. This is trying to go linear. The Eastern Pacific hurricane season has arrived. I do think today will be the start of a very active week, though. We should have a stream, regardless of how short or long. We should have a stream every day for the next 5 or 6 days in a row. Anywhere from, I just saw lightning. Anywhere from Colorado to Iowa to the Texas Panhandle. There's going to be a lot of moving around the next several days. A lot of gas burnt, a lot of miles driven. Oh yeah, I'm really starting to see some lightning now. I feel like I'm about to have a sneezing fit. These are now double severe warm. The top portion just south of Omaha and the bottom portion in Nebraska City have gone with separate severe warnings. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see more lightning in front of us. We start seeing a bunch of either positive or negative CGs. Can actually tell you what a storm's going to do. Whether it's going to start to fizzle out or get stronger. A lot of people don't know that there actually is a difference in lightning, and the majority of them are very easy to tell the difference just by watching it. When you see your positive CGs, those are usually your straight bolts. They don't have a lot of branches off of them. And they don't hang around very long. Like, they don't sit there and flicker. It's straight down, cloud to ground lightning. Boom, it hits. It's a good indication of a positive CG. Yes, Hank does have it's extraordinary lightning videos. He really does. And I've actually sat down and talked to Hank about his lightning videos. And those videos blow me away. Hank does some fascinating work. Fascinating work. And he is a very, very good person to be around. It's fun. I talked to Hank earlier this month, or at the end of last month, I guess. He is absolutely dying to help me launch a balloon, so I've got to get him up here and get a balloon in his hands. He's super fascinated over the weather balloons, Hank is. And I promised him that this year I would get a balloon in his hand to launch. Absolutely. No, you're right. Hank is very calm, clear, concise. Even when things are starting to go bad, Hank is just like, we've got to go. Very calm. Got an ambulance coming up. We'll see where that ambulance is going to go. Oh, what? Really, man? I hope everybody else saw that and that wasn't just me. Good God. But yeah, no, like we were saying before that happened, Hank is definitely a very calm individual. And he's like that all the time. I mean, we sat down, the last time we were around each other, oh God, we probably sat there and had a whole conversation for like 2 hours. And he's calm like that all the time. Alright. How's the audio now? Audio any better? Okay, cool. Sometimes that happens, and I just have to shut it down and restart it. Not a big deal. But thanks for letting me know. Man, this storm has really picked up some momentum. It's kind of making me stay with it a little bit, and I know the second I do that, I'm going to regret it later. This lightning's really picking up. I don't know where he's out today somewhere. He was heading to Des Moines. I don't know where he's at now. But the last thing I heard from him was he was heading to Iowa. Yeah, this stuff is really churning. A lot of positive strikes. Every one of them I've seen so far has been a CG too. Alright, maybe that'll help. I just did a full restart on the app, so. Yeah, so I just like force closed the app, made it restart completely rather than just turning it off and turning it back on. Just a quick force close, force restart. Sometimes I have to do that. So he said the river crossing's in Nebraska City, so we've got to go right here. Alright, so now we'll have to go to the roof camera so you can see anything. Whoa, stop it. You gotta go around this way. There we go. And we're gonna have to go south for a little bit before we can get back with it. Probably just going to be a wind bag if I had to guess. Looks like it's warned for 70-mile-an-hour winds. I don't think they've really even got any tornado probabilities out today. If they do, it's like a 2%. I haven't looked since this morning at the tornado probs anyway. I think tomorrow they raised up to a 5 hatch for tornado risk. good news is I think I have the majority of the fire smell gone finally. That or I've become immune to it completely. Right now.
Channel 3. Channel 1.
I know one thing's for certain, I'm ready to get back down to the panhandles.
I'll give this one a few minutes, but there are those 2 cells that are back to the west. The KUEX radar site is offline, though, so you can't get a good look at them.
Oh, I was zoomed in too far. I couldn't even see that.
Yeah, and it's down. They had a post on Facebook, so I don't even know how they really look, but I see that one out there. I'm going to give this one a minute, but if this one starts out running too much, I might go back to that.
That may be worth going towards now. What is the storm motion on this? East at 40. What's this one back here? Northeast at 15. Moving a lot slower, that's for sure. I'm debating on going ahead and going after that one. Give it a second, see what it does. I think I'm going to go ahead and go after that. Yeah. I Yeah, I may regret this, but I went ahead and pulled the trigger and broke back west on this main road.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing eventually here. I think it's just going to matter how fast I can get her swung around this town here on this bypass. See how, in the next few radar scans, how far away the storm has gone.
There's a big difference in storm motion on the statement and the severe warning, 40 to 15.
All right, I'm dumping this one. Screw that. All right, it's going to take me a minute to dump it, but you telling me that right there convinced me to dump it. And it's also the right direction that I want to go. I'll take it.
I saw the on-ramp and I was like, yeah, I'm going west. Camera, get it spun around where it's supposed to be, because we're not going to need it for a minute. Yeah, it's just, like I said from the get-go, I did not want to cross that river. And I wish I wouldn't have been zoomed in so far, and I would have spotted that before Vince did. But I'm glad he called it out at least. Because the storm we're heading toward now is coming straight at us at 15 miles an hour, so it's almost stationary. But it is going to help us close the distance a little bit. The storm that's behind us now was moving away from us at 40. So, and this is the direction that we got to go later tonight anyway, so it only makes sense to be going this way. Now look, this car was going really, really slow.
Officially westbound, but I just passed a billboard that says I can text Jesus, phone number 53787. So I need you to text that number and ask him if this is the right storm.
Just ask ChatGPT and see if it'll tell you what that number will answer.
I'll just ask Rock which storm to go to. Stand by.
There you go.
Hi, Kangaroo 1, Burger 1, and Zach, we don't have a call sign for you, so we'll just call you Tennessee 1, Burger 2. Actually, it's correct, Burger 2. That works. Where are you guys at? Nebraska City. We're going to those ones that are off to the west because we're lazy and we don't want to drive very far tonight, so we're taking the ones that are on the way to the hotel. Have you looked at the hotel prices tonight? Kind of everywhere. Yeah, I think it's like all the college graduations that are screwing with it. If I remember right, it did this last year, right in the middle of May, too.
I will sleep in the truck.
South Dakota's cheap if you want to drive like 9 hours the wrong direction.
Kearney is $138, which, I mean, after tax is a little high, but it beats some of the $250 to $350 prices I was seeing around Lincoln and Omaha.
Oh yeah, I'll sleep in the truck before I pay that.
Sometimes I wish the RAV was just a little bit bigger for those college graduation nights. It's just, yeah. Well, you got to remember, timed everything at the moment based on my exchange rate. Timed everything by 1.48 when I got the exchange rate thingy. So, yeah, it gets a bit more expensive.
Oh, nothing happened to him.
Well, that just means it's cheaper for us to come over there.
Mind.
So you're just doing this all backwards.
This is true. When I filmed the Black Eyed Peas when they came to Sydney, they were like, yeah, City Rail, yo. Yeah, it was like $1 because like a $2 ticket was, they're like, Will I Am was funny. He's like, City Rail, he's a funny guy.
I'm sorry, you did what?
Oh, sorry, when I used to do all the event stuff, we did some stuff with the Black Eyed Peas. We did an interview with Will I Am, Taboo, and Apple Dan, and they were talking about the City Rail because they jumped on the train, and they're like, because we used to be like $2 a ticket, but the exchange rate sucked. It was like half, like 50 cents in the dollar. So you went, yeah, City Rail, $1. That was really cool.
Of course, of all people, the Australian storm chaser over here is the guy who filmed the Black Eyed Peas on a random day in Sydney. So of course, why wouldn't it be that way?
A long time ago, but they were fun. They were a funny bunch. But it meant everything the other way was double, 50 cents in the dollar on the exchange rate.
Yeah, I did look at hotel prices in Nebraska for tomorrow night, and they are, I forgot what they were, but I know that they were a lot cheaper because I remember thinking to myself, thank God.
I think
So
we all
I'm sure
are.
Friday night's not helping, but yeah, I know. I saw some of those prices, and I'm just like,
We're all translating.
I can't, like, who's going to pay $300 for a Hampton Inn?
Yeah, well,
I'm not paying $300 for a condo on the beach. Not a night.
Well, we are Diamond members, so I'll call the Diamond desk and see if they roll out the red carpet.
DC power input and say, hey, Daniel needs this. He goes, okay, all right.
All right, our storm just went severe warned. Vince is like a quadruple Diamond member.
I'm just kidding. I didn't rob them. And we didn't run into one. But if I would have sent them your way.
I got an email from Dell saying, hi, I'm a senior special supervisor. It said, who said, like, we're happy to help you. We just need to know where you'll be. But please factor that due to weather and other things beyond our control, or whatever they said, like, when he mentions the weather, like, weather could delay things. Did he not research what I do? So I'm going to ask him to deliver. I'm going to look at the SPC forecast and ask for a delivery on, like, Farm Road 1645 and Cherry County, Nebraska, and ask for a delivery and a technician to just do some work outside a stop sign in the highest risk area possible, just to see if their AI picks up on my sarcasm.
Hey, speaking of Dell computer technicians, we ran into one earlier at the gas station who said that he was more than willing to help you.
Does he have a DC power connector for a Dell laptop?
Well, I tried to get a hold of you on the radio and you didn't answer. But then he told me it was past the close of business anyway, so it didn't matter.
Well, thank you for trying. You know, I've done IT work for like 30 years. I know how to. I could fix it. If you gave me the parts, I could fix it myself. But no, that's too hard.
Clearly, Zach wasn't listening to the last 30 seconds of radio traffic before he keyed up, because I just told that story.
I know. I thought I'd go along with it.
No, I wasn't. There was so much jabbering I was reading. My bad.
The supervisor is concerned about the weather. Doesn't sound very super.
What is the gas prices? Gas?
I'm thinking about my response.
There's been a few high ones.
I want them to frame up on the wall.
Ooh.
How not to write an email to a news director storm chaser?
I've seen a few high gas prices. Like I've seen some as high as $4.50, but I think the average that I'm running into is like $3.80.
I don't know how far ahead of me you are, Zach, but I am definitely speeding. Yeah, this cop definitely blew by me, but he definitely doesn't care. So, just FYI, I'm in the left lane.
Have you passed the two that were on the side of the road yet?
I almost wonder if that's who I passed and wasn't paying attention, and maybe he changed his mind then. So maybe I did.
Well, there was two on the side of the road with their lights on. Looked like they had somebody in the back seat. So he may be going to the jail up here in Lincoln.
I mean, he waved, so. No, I think I'm about to pass him up here.
Well, he may be going up there to help them then.
Would you like me to visit the jail a little bit later for you guys and bring a birthday cake with a nail file?
How much money would you give me if I just pulled up to all these cops on the side of the road that are clearly like arresting somebody or something? I just started yelling, "Get on the ground!"
A lot. But it has to be live.
Just making sure, technical thing, your will and testament, sort of last will and testament, you know, that legal piece of paperwork that tells you what to do with your assets, like when you die, is that up to date?
Yeah, you're the person who gets my my Dell laptop.
You know what? I'm applauding. I'm clapping. Do you know what was good about that?
About what? About you clapping?
The timing.
Timing? How did you not get that, Zach?
Because I don't know what was good about that.
Timing.
Yeah, I heard him.
I just ran out of windshield washer fluid.
I bet Daniel's got at least 3 gallons.
I do. I love that bit when you drive up to a supercell and the sun just disappears over the top of the anvil. It just looks great.
Are you up on that storm kind of in northern Iowa, or are you on the one that just came out of Omaha?
Rockwell City, it's the one that's been like double warned.
Okay.
And you're in Nebraska City, Iowa. I know that sounds confusing, is that correct?
Well, west of there, but yeah.
Our new storm has went double severe warning.
Look, it's a little baby warning. That's really cute.
Timing.
Okay, well I'm here in the background. I'm gonna focus on the stream. Good luck, everyone.
You too.
things are almost stationary. Northeast at 10 now. Oh, it's now triple warm. So you can kind of see the anvil a little bit. That's what a little bouncy. Let's redo that. That's what that is right there. It's kind of the anvil of the storm that we're headed to. So we should have a decent view of this storm in about 20 minutes. Yeah, about 20 minutes and we should be able to see something. Honestly, coming this way and this storm firing where it did makes me feel a lot better on where I'm going to end up tonight versus continuing east. Looks like Vince stopped to get him something to eat. He must be hungry. Get him his standard chicken nugget. That's a neat little shot. Yeah, so you can definitely see, I'll show you, let me grab my pencil again, wherever it went. There's the pencil. So this area, right there, that is absolutely the anvil of the storm we're going to. So being able to see that is great from here. It is moving towards us, so it's helping to cut the distance down quicker. Oh, he's definitely getting snacks because he went to Hardee's. He's parked at Hardee's or a Love's with a Hardee's. I guarantee he's getting snacks. Again, I do appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching. About 20 minutes and we should have a little bit of action. Some actual storm action. Not just drive-in or random wildfire action. Some actual storm action. I tell you though, some of these gas prices up here make a man have a stroke, and some of them are normal. I don't know why, but I mean, you get some of these gas stations that are on the side of the interstate and they're like $4.50, $4.60 a gallon, and then you go a mile off of the interstate and they're $3.80. It's like price gouging. Just because they're on the side of the interstate, they can mark it up. Alright, so we got a turn coming up in 7 miles. I think it's just going to be a veer. We're going to veer off to the left. We're getting closer. We're making progress. Yeah, I believe that. That's absurd. crazy that it cost $1,000 to fill the tractor one time. That's absurd. Everybody's saying it'll come down. I hope they're right. I mean, I know I've seen higher gas prices, but not since like George Bush. Like there's another one. There absolutely is. There's another cell popping up to the two of them actually, to the south and southwest of the one we're going after, and there's also one to the north, just west of Lincoln. Like the lead cell's kind of starting to take over that bunch down there. Maybe getting a pretty decent hail core on it. That's one thing about this job. There's a lot of long distance driving at the drop of a hat. You hurry up and get somewhere to hurry up and get somewhere to hurry up and wait to hurry up and go. left to go south. You can actually see the storm now. That's our storm right there. 100% our storm. The way the crow flies, it's about 35 miles straight in front of us to the core. 35 miles to the core of the storm, I should say. Yeah, this thing just is not moving. Better, that's what we'll go with. No, it doesn't look better. Got quite a bit of daylight left too. We've got at least an hour and a half of daylight left. I think we're actually going to get to play around with this storm for an hour or so before the sun sets. Surprisingly. Alright, we've got a left-hand turn to go south coming up in about a mile and a half. We're going to go south on the main road down to about a little past Cortland. There's a 290s, almost like a dog leg, and we will take Highway 41 west towards Wilbur. Maybe go a little further south than that. We'll see. Make that decision when we get down there. you say?
Hey, I don't know what your plans are for hotels, but there's one in Lexington with IHG that's 111. It's the cheapest I can find. That's just west of Kearney. About an hour and 45 from where we're going to end up. I don't know if you have better plans or not, but I just wanted to throw that out there that I found that one. I'm probably going to book it. I'm going to do a scan over Kearney again, but with the code, it's 111. Otherwise, everything else is like 160 after tax. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's just really nothing in Lexington, so you got to make sure you get food before you go there if that's the one to do.
Yeah, if you found one for 111, I say pull the trigger on it.
Alright, doing it just for the hell of it, because it's between Kearney and North Platte, but you know, from where we're at now, it's probably only 2 hours, but it also gets us a little closer for tomorrow. Just stupid prices out here. Alright, I booked it. It says it only has like 2 left though.
Alright, I got it.
Cool.
Alright, so now that that's taken care of, go back to what we were doing. Go back to the roof camera. Wheel this dude on around now that you can see our storm somewhat. And there she be. Oh, that's actually, this may end up being a very beautiful supercell. Cop sitting in the median, just FYI.
Okay, I'm quite a ways behind it here. I had to stop at the Loves. I'm going to Wilbur.
Yeah, I don't have a city, and now I was just going to go west at that dog leg off the main road, so that's probably going to put me in Wilbur. This may actually have some decent structure to it. I mean, I'm starting to see quite a bit.
Quite a bit what? Maybe I didn't get all of it.
Quite a bit of the storm. Now that I've dropped south, I see way more than I could on the road that you're still on.
Oh, okay.
now we're gonna go west in about 10 minutes, and we should be looking straight into it. Yeah, I'm glad we left that other one. I really wish I would have saw this one before it was pointed out to me, because I would have pulled the trigger on it way earlier than I did. Go towards Wilbur, and then likely south out of Wilbur. I've been coughing ever since we got in that smoke yesterday. I think it almost looks like another storm going up just on the right side of your screen right there. It is. That's a very high base. You can see it. Wow. I'm going to turn that back a little bit. Oh, too far. Yeah, so you've got... It's not splitting, but it's another cell trying to blow up in front of it. Well, whether it succeeds or not will be interesting to see. I might have should have went west right there, honestly. We'll go a little further south. Almost looks like it's trying to split. Looks like I'm starting to see some light in the center of that main one. splitting. There appears to be. May actually be dying out a little bit, honestly, now that I'm looking at it. Almost to our east route. Should be right around this big curve. Or our west route, I'm sorry. West route. Oh, there's some group of chasers. Much on this storm, and as of right now, we are the only ones on it. Vince is coming, but he's a pretty good ways behind us. think what we may actually do here is core punch this and get behind it. If we get up here and there's no like beautiful structure, we'll core punch it because I don't see anything to indicate that there should be anything worth being concerned of hail-wise. We'll core punch it, get on the other side of it, and you really should be able to see something, especially as the sun starts to set. Unless it just completely dissipates between now and then. If we can get over there before the sun sets, you'll see some really pretty colors. Somebody's still living in. Looks like they're taking pretty good care of it. It's definitely an old house. Lost all the severe warnings it has except one. Definitely splitting. Town. Congratulations, class of 2026. Old small town. Probably a lot of nice people there. They just issued a severe thunderstorm watch. Just now issued a severe thunderstorm watch for where we're at. And we're actually driving out of it. something up there, though. Alright, new severe warning for the southern half. So we're not dead yet. This storm's not dead or done yet. Definitely a split right there, though, and you can very clearly see that. Even, you can probably see it better right here, yeah. So you definitely see that split. Starting to come into the rain a little bit. I probably should have taken that south road right there, honestly. But that's okay. Alright, we're about to be coming into the town of Wilbur now. South option come up into town here. This back around. I'm not positive that that wasn't an ice chip truck with those blinking amber lights that was in front of us that just turned left to go south the same way we're going. Where's the road? There's the road. I love these neat little towns. A lot of history around some of these. Like you can just see the age of the buildings. Alright, we'll go back to the roof now. And flip it around this way. Looks like the southern storm may be trying to take over. Thing's struggling, but it is here. It's a severe thunderstorm, but it's struggling to stay alive here. Really nice view right here, to be honest. Nothing super impressive, but it is a storm. places to stop and just watch. But I can get a lot closer to this. And I kind of want to, just because why not?
Yeah, does that look any better down there than it does from here?
No.
Okay. Well, it looks like trash from here too.
Yeah, I was just gonna try to find a good spot here in a second to park and just see what happens. I'm pretty sure it's all gonna die out here in just a minute.
This all crapped its pants. They issued a new severe thunderstorm watch for it too.
I think one just popped up behind us on the main road that I didn't see. This is not my south road either. South right here out of Swanson. If I can find this road. At least get out of the precip. We might be able to watch it for a minute and just see whether it's going to die or get its act together or whatever it is. Whatever it's going to do. That is, no. Okay, no, that's not the road. I was about to say, this town is abandoned. It looks abandoned. Very few of the houses have cars at them. That business had a padlock on the door. My road? Yeah. What are you doing? You've got the right of way, my guy. Starting to look a little better. I've got to clean that camera off so you can see better. I wonder if there's a place to stop right here. This would be a good spot. Actually, it is kind of starting to look a little better. I don't know why, but it is.
say something about the car.
I said, yeah, it is starting to look a little better. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but kind of is.
The rainbow is more interesting, or at least from this perspective.
Yeah, I noticed the rainbow off to my left. If I could park right here by this barn and face that way, surely this has got an entrance to it. And it does. Alright, we're not going to drive through this field or anything. So we're going to wheel that around. So there's the rainbow. That's actually kind of cool. But here's this. A little better. I ditched Iowa. I absolutely ditched Iowa. I stayed with the secondary target of Lincoln, Nebraska. Because I don't want to drive that far tonight. Because I just don't. So when this is over, I'm going to go to Lexington. I'm staying in Lexington tonight. And then we will target southwest Nebraska, northwest Kansas tomorrow. But no, I definitely passed on Iowa and stayed with the secondary target today. I have no idea what that means, but okay. Let me clean the camera off real quick. See if that's any better. Yeah, it is kind of a double rainbow back there. This would be way cooler if the sun wasn't blinding the crap out of me right now. Oh, I'm hearing thunder. It's like a new cell popping up. I wonder if that's what we're looking at right there. I bet it is. That new cell's popping up near Shickley. Yeah, the crunched up grain bin. Turn that back. Yeah, the crunched up grain bin right there with the rainbow. I'm really confused at what I'm looking at right now, honestly. I'm wondering if this is back, if we're actually seeing that cell further behind. because I don't. It doesn't make a lot of sense with what I'm seeing. Do you have any visual on what's near Shickley, or however you pronounce that?
What direction is that from here?
It's like due west from halfway between me and you.
Oh, that? It's a high base turd. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even see that of you asking what got a hold of that. I don't know. I would probably wind if I had to guess. Because nothing else is really damaged, and it's just the top of it that's messed up. I really think that what we're looking at right here is that Shickley cell. It doesn't make sense. I can't see anything behind this. And I can see all around it. Yeah, I do not feel bad about ditching Iowa at all, Ryan. At all. It's funny, when I actually got to Lincoln today, I set a rule that I was not crossing the river. I was not crossing the river into Iowa, and I almost did it. And then we realized this stuff back to the west, and I pulled the trigger on it immediately. Storm motion on this was a lot slower too. When these first popped up, they were moving at 10 and 15 miles an hour, where the ones in Iowa were moving at 40 and 50. And I was behind them. So it was a simple decision for me anyway. Okay, we got another high base over here. I'm gonna swap the cameras real quick. So turn. Alright, so that's directly in front of us. Got another, looks like it's trying to do something over there. Got a decent updraft on it. Really hard to see in that camera, to be honest with you. This really doesn't look horrible. It's not overly impressive, but better than nothing. Better than nothing. Decent little rain band over there. I'm getting wet now. Alright, so this has lost its severe warning. So I think we're gonna move. Ooh. We're definitely gonna move now. We're definitely gonna move now. I just saw something I didn't see a minute ago. Tilted back. Well, I don't know if I'm seeing dust that's stirred up or if there's a fire again off to our northeast.
Well, like, okay. I mean, I'm a couple miles. I'm not seeing anything. Maybe I can see it when I get out of these trees.
It would be almost directly behind you.
Try that again.
It would be almost straight behind you. I'm northbound headed back towards you, and it's kind of at my 2 o'clock, so it'd be like your 6 or 5.
Well, I'm going north so I guess it'd be right out my passenger window. I'll point the camera over there. I mean, I don't see anything, but the sun's really glaring.
Yeah, I think it was just dust. I don't know what stirred it up, but it's kind of brown and it looks like it's fading out. I don't think it's smoke.
Potential false storm report. -5 points penalty. Sorry. Sucks for you.
There was probably a giant land spout behind us and neither one of us saw it. deer. Hello, deer. Two deer. Oh, there's pavement. I like the pavement. This actually, can you see it? Yeah, you can. So right here, let me redo that. Right there, looks like a pretty decent updraft. And I'm gonna say that that's what's going into Milford right now. Milford, yeah, west of Lincoln. And we're going to go north and try to get on that because it looks more interesting than anything else. Oh man, there's a really bright rainbow now. Holy cow. Where's my camera? There it is. It's actually really bright, a lot brighter than it seems on the camera. A lot brighter than it seems on the camera. That might be the brightest rainbow I've ever seen. Okay, enough with the rainbow. Severe warning on the one north of us. Alright, let's turn this back around. So that right there is severe warning. It is severe warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch hail. Got me on that one. Started moving towards that before he said anything. Turd. He still hadn't said anything. I should have been paying more attention. I got him on this one, and he got me on that one. Man, this one right here still doesn't look bad. That's still, this has still got structure to it, but this one's severe warned with a nice crisp updraft on the edge there, right there. Nice crisp updraft. We may be making the right decision by going north here. very high base, and it really looks like low precip. All of these are pretty low precip, honestly. Pavement here. It is, so we're going to go west. That right there is severe warning, and that one is a special weather statement. This one has better looking structure at the moment, but this one has a much better visible updraft. So we're going to keep both of these in play momentarily and see what happens. Structure on this is nice. Structure and sunset, or sunset and updraft. That honestly may have better structure on it when we get to where we can actually see it. Yeah, now I don't know. This one behind us is really picking up too. It's not severe warned yet, but it's looks like the core is picking up, which would be right there. But man, so is this one. It's an updraft right here. Holy cow. Like that's beautiful. Beautiful. Looks like you pulled a, what is it, cauliflower? Head of cauliflower. I think this one is deserving of my attention right now at the moment. Alright, we got a new severe warning on that storm right there. So we're going to be keeping an eye. Ooh, it's got Mamadas clouds on it. So, right here, you can see Mamadas clouds. Looks like the little bubbles. As some storm chasers call those the booby clouds. There are people like Reed Timmer who call those storm boobies. But we'll stay with Mamadas. I really wish this camera would zoom in. I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't have to spend like $400 on a new camera. I don't want to. But I need to be able to go to the roof and zoom. I was about to do something and I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to post the picture. I don't have the chat up, guys. If anybody's talking, I don't have the chat up. You'll have to give me just a second. I don't know. I was looking at my phone. I didn't see a critter. I still don't see a critter. There's people up there. The phone's not very zoomed in, but if it was like down here, there's people down there. But other than that, I was looking down. I didn't see anything. I don't see anything. I'm busy. Occupied. That's posted. It's still behind us. Doesn't look interesting anymore. Alright, let me pull the chat back up. Alright, chat's up. I do think I want to move.
I'm going to move on this. I know you're somewhere nearby. Just don't see you.
I see you. I see the Durango taillights.
Yeah, this is pretty though.
Yeah, this was definitely worth bailing on Iowa, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really was. I'm kind of surprised. There's also that one to the southwest. I mean, if a guy wanted to stay out, he could stay out probably for quite a while on these, but I'm just looking at that 2-hour drive and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to go.
Yeah, I was flipping camera views back and forth between the roof and the front, and then I was talking about the booby clouds. Oh, why is it streaking? Oh, that's such a good shot right there. The sun, so that's what I was talking about with the colors. Man, I shouldn't have drove off yet. the sunset and the colors right there is exactly what I was talking about. Like, that's nice. What am I doing? Why don't I just use the roof camera instead of struggling? I'm all flustered. You see the colors and everything with this much better. It's got a much wider angle lens. Maybe I'm wrong. You can't see the colors. Oh yeah, that's okay. But you got the sunset over here that's causing that. It's even like the road and the fields have a pink tint to them. The sky very much has a pink tint. Okay, do you see the smoke at your 3 o'clock right now? It's definitely smoke, 100%.
Are you sure it's not dust from the downburst or whatever?
No, I'm not. I was till you said that.
Oh my god, man. I can't take these false reports. You have to go back to Skywarn training.
It does. Now that I'm on top of this hill, it does look like dust. False reports. Show you false.
Owly Skywarn's on line 1. Cancelled.
Get on Spotter Network and report it as a land spout.
Well, you just about did there, didn't you?
No, I don't have Spotter Network.
I don't either. I got kicked off of it like 6 years ago.
We'll have to create a Jeremy DeWitt account for things like this.
We did that last year.
Oh, we did. We did, and it got banned, didn't it? I forgot. Oh, lightning.
This lightning is insane.
Yep. Sure is. Oh yeah, that's absolutely dust. Absolutely dust. Well, before too much longer, I'm going to need some expensive petroleum. I'm down to about half a tank.
Daniel, to Vince, what's your current location?
America. Ha! Got him.
Specifically, Dorchester, Nebraska.
Probably, I just want to make sure if you're in Iowa, just yourselves in for Dodge, Webster City, I think are going to get out of this raincoat air and maybe do
Look
something.
at
I don't know.
that dust
Yeah.
blowing across the field.
Okay, I'll go
And
in the background, but
dusty.
turn down. I just want to converse just in case you're nearby.
What did he say?
Stopping for a picture. This is nuts.
Yeah, that Hellcore just ramped up too. It's the season to be jolly. Hey, it doesn't smell like smoke in here. Oh, that is an amazing photo. All right. Well, that is almost going to wrap tonight up. That one was absolutely pretty lightning. That one was absolutely the storm of the day for sure. And when we started the stream today, I said it was only going to last about an hour, and I think we're on like 3 now, a little over 3. So I undercut that one by a lot. Welcome. Thank y'all for being here. Let's see what this Iowa storm has to say. Well, all right. I really appreciate everybody being here. It's been real, and it's been fun, and it's even been real fun. But we are about to make our way towards the hotel room.
Do you think you can make it to York? Like 15 minutes or no?
Yeah, I've got like half a tank.
Oh, okay. I'm going to stop in York. I got to eat, so I'm going to figure something out because there ain't squat in Lexington. But, all right. I won't stop here, though. The place looks awful.
The place looks abandoned. Okay. So, yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. It's even been real fun. So, we're going to shut this down and start working our way toward our hotel. We will see y'all tomorrow, though. Y'all have a good night.